Hello sports fans, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at the Chargers. You can see the logo at the corner of my screen. And I used to be a big Chargers fan when they were in San Diego and everything, and I held on for a few years. Now, not really as much. I still have some kind of connection there, I guess, or maybe it's sympathy, but not as much of a fan as I used to be. But anyway, looking at the Chargers, they had quite the downfall from 2022 to now. I mean, they had a low point last year. They had a 5-12 record, and they gave up 60 points to the Raiders. It was bad, and their offense took a hit, and their defense was also pretty bad as well. I mean, that second, their defense being bad shouldn't really surprise anyone, but they do have a new coach in Jim Harbaugh. So will the team get better? Offensively, talk us how the Chargers lost some of their weapons. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are both gone, and Eckler's gone too, although he was pretty terrible last year. So I don't know how much you really care about that loss if you're a Chargers fan, but they have to hope that Ladd McConkey can be as good as he was hyped up to be. Quentin Johnson, hopefully he can improve for them. And Gus Edwards and Dobbins signings don't give me too much hype for the team, just because I'm not sure what to make of their line, and it doesn't seem very strong right now. So I don't have too much confidence in the Chargers offense. I think Herbert is a great QB, and they're not going to be bottom 10 or anything like that, but I just don't think they'll end up being that good. Those losses at receiver, I think, will just hurt the team. So defensively, I don't really consider the Chargers to be very strong this year. I mean, sure, they have Bosa and Mack. Good job on re-signing them and everything, making sure they didn't go anywhere. But besides that, they're not too strong. You could say Asante Samuel, I guess, is a good cornerback, but they're pretty weak at that position besides him. I kind of have questions on how good Derwin and Gilman are going to be playing at the safety position. And beyond that, their linebacking core and most of their defensive line isn't very strong either. So sure, Mack and Bosa, they'll help the Chargers out some defensively, don't get me wrong, but I still think they're going to get torched on a lot of games and be one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So how will the Chargers do with Jim Harbaugh is a big question. And I think this is very interesting because, I mean, when he was with the Niners, they were winning a lot, obviously until his very last season and everything. And, during that time, at least let's say when he got fired and everything, when people talked about the Niners team, I'm not sure how much credit people really gave Harbaugh. It didn't seem like they were on the train of oh, he's an elite coach. But now that he won in Michigan and everything, it seems like he's getting a lot of praise, and people look back at those Niners in days and say, wow, look at all those wins he got them, or, he coached them too and everything. So it's interesting to see how the tides kind of turned on that. But I do feel like it'll take some time for him and the Chargers to kind of get used to each other and him coaching in the NFL again instead of college. So I'll have the Chargers getting one extra win this year with 6, just I guess to give Jim Harbaugh some credit and everything. But the losses on offenses do concern me. Even if Herbert is going to be really good again, it's I don't know. I don't have that much confidence. But for fantasy, I wouldn't go crazy about the Chargers. And honestly, maybe just grab Edwards or McConkey late. If anything, stay away from, well, obviously, if you get Herbert too, that might be a little bit tempting. But I'd stay away from a lot of the guys, and we'll see how the season goes. It's the video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.